Now let's go over a couple of the new things in the configuration stuff. Chopper. You can adjust your loadout. Balanced, all Hydras, all Hellfires, only chain gun. I like to go with balanced. And a new slot, wingtip load, sidewinders, very powerful missiles, more fuel, electronic countermeasures, which make enemies normally guided missiles fly straight and easier to avoid, thus, or nothing. I like sidewinders. And controllers, just to point out that they finally used different buttons for chinking left and right. And let's start the mission. Actually, just press start.
Synchronicity threshold crossed at 0100 hours, generate some bad business going down.
Break it into components, Hack.
Epicenter Premier 1. Millions Swiss bank accounts are flooding the region, and 2. An unknown military force pops up.
You've linked the money to those troops?
Could I prove it in court? No. Do I know it's a link? Yes.
Keep going.
They also pumping tons of funky ex-Soviet hardware into a terrorist training camp, and finally, we got a signal from our missing pilot, Nick Arnold.
I buy it. You've got a crisis. Andrea.
The obvious candidate is Yuri Vatsisnov, former head of the KGB and the real shadow man behind this conspiracy. We're running worst-case projections, but as always, our main objective is to stop this war before it happens.
StrikeNet will download additional intel as needed.
Welcome to Crimea. Somewhere in southern Russia. As the name implies, this game takes place in different parts of the former Union of Soviet Republics.
If you crash, just as an ID, hit auto-destruct, render body non-identifiable.
And it's all in glorious 3D. Let's see what the map screen has to tell. As usual, first mission, take out radars. And you can view video clips about everything the map can show or point. Like this.
Hey, Commander, best idea with this stuff is to come between it and its AAA. That way, if they want to shoot you, they risk nailing their own guys.
We'll take a look at the other mission objectives as we come across them. And the enemies.
Ex-Soviet AAA. This stuff sucks. Only good for fireworks shows over Baghdad. The taxpayer's gonna be pissed off if you waste a missile on it.
And sorry about the flickering garbage at beyond the edges of the videos. I tried to fiddle with the video settings to get rid of it, but the only solutions I found made the rest of the game look a bit worse. Soviet Strike is a tricky game to emulate properly, I found.
These are the enemy's four fielders. Knock him out and he's fighting blind. Just point the turret if you're low on rockets.
And boomps.
This is the enemy's all-purpose delivery vehicle, codenamed BIMP. Pop it when it's loaded with troops, saves a lot of trouble later on.
Bimp, boomp, bimble, whatever.
They call this thing Zeus, because it fights like the wrath of God. Do unto it before it does unto you. And he who fires first wins.
Yeah, as I recall, we've seen these things in previous games as well. Nasty customers. And I think they show up in the next game as well. Now these things are a joke.
The Aerosan RF-8. These things are alive. Hunting them is like stomping cockroaches on a roller rink. See if you can flatten them in a single burst.
As he said.
Garden variety truck. Look before you shoot. Sometimes they got free guns and butterfuck. Then again, sometimes they got AAA.
Missile launchers.
This thing is slow and dumb. Even dumb if there isn't radar around. It fires 4 missiles at once, and with 4 tries, even this turkey can't miss. So don't waltz in front of it, woof it from behind.
And that's all. Next up, assets.
These are the Easter eggs on this treasure hunt. Bring them to a landing zone, safe and sound. They're fragile and valuable. Here's the bonus prize. Once at our LZ, the Easter Bunny automatically monitor and repair your armor while the eggs unload.
You may have noticed that this game makes plenty of use of stock footage.
This is your fuel. Winch it up and the Apache does the rest. Think of it as prepackaged plasma. Don't spill it.
Ammunition.
Ammo, our stuff, the good stuff. We Sikorsky'd it in. Winch it up and let it rock. Pops in quick when the job needs to get done.
I like how they show... I'll give an explanation about how you can refuel your ammunition in mid-air.
This is an LZ. Treat it like your mother's house. If you find enemy quick ladders, you'll slide your POWs in and out pronto.
And our tool of the trade.
This is the ultimate surgical weapon, and we're the only kid on the block who has one. It's an auto-loading, passenger hauling, self-repairing wonder. And for faster pickup service, you could even increase your winch speed by snagging a hidden quick ladder. Faster winching the dudes and supplies mean less time as a sitting duck.
Yep, the quick ladder makes a return. Now, this game is a step backwards in that this is the only vehicle you get to pilot in this one. Also, this game does away with the possibility of picking your own co-pilots, but on the other hand, this allows room to give personalities for each one. Nick Arnold, he's an idiot.
Nick Arnold, he was the best rotor-head Strike had until you came along. Now you do the piloting, and he does the groundwork. Mr. Arnold has also developed a nasty habit of getting captured. Seems you're gonna make a career out of bailing him out.
Yeah, I also think he looks a bit like Armand Asante, or however you pronounce his name.
Once you leave our safe house, you're flying solo, Commander. Although, Nick should be able to get a little commando action going on the ground.
That's all for the assets. This replaced the mission briefing. This is new stuff.
A lot of random events seem to be adding up. The black market's buzzing, and somebody's running the Blue Plate Special on weapons. Troops are on the move everywhere. Our operatives in the region have been methodically compromised. I've got a serious digital vibe that a well-orchestrated conspiracy is being played.
Conspiracies. Mr. Vatsisnov.
We have monitored repeated use of the phrase Shadow Man to describe the hardliner leading this Eastern European conspiracy. We suspect it is a Russian named Yuri Vatsisnov. If it is, he has a human rights code that would appall Dracula.
And speaking of Dracula, but that's for later. Where? Ooh, and though it's glitched out, it looks like the more button is flashing. Training practice.
We are crossing into a very unstable political environment. Proceed as if you are walking around in a powder keg with a lit cigar. Your slightest misstep could not only unravel the entire peace process, but ignite regional or even a global war.
World War. Such fun. And this is the final video.
Commander, forward arm and refuel points are ready and waiting. Utilize our resources as necessary.
I go on air with this in 1 hour, and I don't want to look like a liar, so keep the scene clean.
The route shown in the video is actually a pretty good one. But, well, this is about all the time we have for now. In the next video, actual gameplay, I promise.